What's up, everyone? It's Kanan.
It's Jessie.
And we are the Geeky Sane Couple, and welcome back finally to Retro RWBY Reactions. It's been a year. It has been a year since we last did this, and it seems like every time I planned to bring it back, something else would happen, something would be announced, we'd get new news, or one of us would get sick. So we apologize profusely that it took us this long to complete Volume 1. But hey, we've only got Chapter 1 of Volume 7 to get to, so because that's the one chapter we missed in Volume 7. We have got the last 4 episodes of Volume 1, starting with Forever Fall. And if you're new to these, what we do pretty much is, these aren't as much as reactions as we're going back, looking at the older episodes of RWBY, just, to see how far the show has come. But also, we'll give insight on stuff that affects things later in the show and stuff like that. Also, it's a way to get the rest of RWBY onto the channel, since we didn't start till Volume 7 as far as reactions go. But if you guys enjoy our content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. You ready? All right, let's go. Ugh, Pyrrha.
How come Jean gets home so late?
He's become rather scarce ever since he's been fraternizing with Card.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, this is during the whole Jean arc. No pun intended.
Our rest.
I'm sure our leader knows exactly what he's doing.
You can tell she's pissed.
Maybe
Hey,
a little.
Jean. Long time
Man,
no see.
looking
Did you lock yourself out again?
at this, the
nope.
models just seem so stiff
Got it.
compared to now.
So, where have you been lately?
Whatever happened to Team
messed
RWBY's
up.
pajamas?
I
We
did
don't
something
know.
I shouldn't have, and now Cardin's got me on a leash, and Pierre won't even talk to me. I'm starting to think coming to this school is a bad idea. I'm a failure.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. You're a leader now, Jean. You're not allowed to be a failure.
But
It's funny
what
that
if
this
I'm a failure
whole
at being a leader?
Nope.
pep talk RWBY has
You
with
know,
Jean
you're
happens
not
in
the
Volume
easiest person
1.
to talk to about this kind
When
of stuff.
just earlier in this season, RWBY was
Jean,
like,
maybe you
I
were a
don't
failure
want
when
to
you were a
be
kid.
special. I
You
just
might
want to
have
be a
even
normal
been a failure
girl.
the first day we met.
And her being so
But you can't be one now.
socially
You know why?
awkward.
Because
it's
But now
not
here
just
she
about
is
you
giving
anymore.
Jean a pep talk
You've got a
about
team
being a
now,
leader.
Jean. We both do.
So
And if we
RWBY does
fail, then
do a lot
we'll
of
just be
character
bringing
development
them
in
down with
Volume
us.
1, if you
We
watch it
have
all
to
in
put our
one
teammates
setting.
first and ourselves second. Your team deserves a great leader, Jean. And I think that can be you. Have a good night, Jean.
RWBY's voice was slightly different there for a little bit. You can tell that Lindsay
Hey,
was still...
it's your buddy Cardin. I know you're probably busy with that dust project I gave you, but I'm gonna need you to go out and get me a bag of
Golly.
reindeer wasps.
Were
And make
the
sure
original
they've got some
scrolls always
really
that big? It looks like
stingers.
an
It's
iPad.
important, so don't screw this up.
I don't know.
Look at it. It just looks like it would get in the way so much.
I don't know, because the other ones, they were this way.
Yeah,
There's-
well,
but there's a
they got new ones in Volume 7 that are way
the
smaller.
forest of Forever
but
Fall is indeed
maybe we're just
beautiful.
used to those.
But we are not here to sightsee. Professor
Field
Peach
trip
has
time.
asked all of you to collect samples from the trees deep inside this forest, and I'm here to make sure that none of you die while doing
Man, those
so.
walking animations.
Oh,
It's just come so far.
Each
Like
of you
even the
is to gather
shadowing
1
of the
jar's
hair and
worth
all
of red
that's
sap.
different.
However, this forest is full of the creatures of Grimm, so be sure to stay by your teammates. We will rendezvous back here at 4 o'clock. Have fun!
Come on, buddy. Let's go.
What's that walking animation for Nora? Oh man. Do you remember being lazy for group assignments?
Hey,
I remember
great
being
work,
lazy
Johnny
for
boy.
group
Now
assignments.
that wasn't too hard, was it?
I don't.
I think I'm allergic to this stuff.
Great, great, great. So,
Of course you would
John,
be.
I bet you're asking yourself, why did my buddy Carden ask me to collect 6 jars of tree sap when there's only 5 of us?
That is one of the many questions I have asked myself today, yes?
Well, come with me and
Probably
you'll
why
find
am I
out.
alive and doing this? So here's the thing. Is Blake looking at Yang's butt? Many people have always wondered that.
Carden, what's going
Straight
on?
from the tree, though? I don't know
Hey,
about
That's
that.
Nora.
I know, but
Pyrrha? What are you...
That's the girl. Red-haired, know-it-all, thinks she's so smart. All right, boys. Last night, old John here managed to round up an entire box full of rapier wasps. And now...
how?
We're gonna put him to
Without
work.
getting stung like 10,000 times.
Now, according to one of the essays you wrote for me last week, these nasty things love sweets. I'm thinking it's time we teach her a thing or two.
Because if you drink, like if you try to eat sap straight from the
And
tree, it's
you're
not as
the
sweet
hero.
as like.
Do what?
Because
Hit her
ain't
with
that
the
what they
sap.
make syrup out
Either
of?
that,
Is tree
or
sap?
I'll have a chat with
Is-
Goodwitch, and
That's
you'll be
how
the
that works,
first
right?
airship at a beacon.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as maple syrup. So yeah, I don't know about that, Nora. And he actually considered doing it for a split second.
No.
What did you say?
I said... No!
Oh, you've done it now.
It's kind of messed up in a way, this, because knowing who Jean is based off of and who Carden is based off of, it's like you've literally got the guy that is based off of the man that burned Joan of Arc at the stake, bullying the guy that's based off Joan of Arc. It's like, wow. But, yeah, man, these short episode
I know.
days, it's like they go by so quickly. But, yeah, so, like I said, this is more part of the little arc they did for Jean in Volume 1, because John has a lot of detractors. There's a lot of people that don't like Jean. They think he takes the spotlight away. But this was to establish that, yes, Jean is kind of a secondary protagonist for RWBY, just because they were establishing Juniper as secondary protagonists. But yeah, not a lot of Team RWBY in this. It had that one little spot of RWBY, which really, like I said, having Volume 1 RWBY give Jean a pep talk about being a leader when she didn't even want to make friends at the beginning of Volume 1. She said Crescent Rose was enough. But, it's wild seeing Volume 1 RWBY talk about being a leader, and then you get all the way to Volume 9 with RWBY questioning herself as a leader. It's like a full circle kind of way. So yeah, that was that, and so we'll be going to the next episode now. Alright, so Forever Fall Part 2. This is pretty much going to wrap up this whole little Jean story, because the next 2 episodes are set, a lot happens in the next 2 episodes. They introduce Sun. I think Penny gets introduced as well, which is going to be heartbreaking. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get this done. It's just 6 minutes and 8 seconds long. Let's go. John, already in Volume 1, you're getting put on your butt a lot.
Johnny boy. I'm gonna make sure they send you back to Mommy in teeny tiny pieces.
I don't care what
Really?
you
You're
do
going
to
to
me,
commit murder?
But you are not messing with my team.
What? You think talk like that makes you tough? You think you're a big, strong man now?
Stronger than you.
Ah! Ah!
Huh?
Yeah, you got this thing called an aura, you know?
Let's see how much of a man you really are.
Didn't you just break your hand? Oh look, a Grim actually saved the John. Yogi wants his honey.
That's a big Ursa!
That's funny. Hey, boo-boo, look at the pin in a basket. Man, you just stink.
Did you guys hear that?
Ursa! Ursa!
What? Where?
Back there! It's got
Gang's like a brick wall.
John!
Yang, you and Blake, go get Professor Goodwitch.
You two, go with them. There could be more.
That's what you get for skipping out on all your stuff and not doing your homework.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, her also being like a teacher to him, so she wants to see if he's retained it. Slow-mo. Yeah, she does help him a little bit. He cut its head off.
What?
How did you... Well, Ruby
I
has
love
her
this.
speed. You have your glyphs. My semblance is polarity.
Oh, you can control poles.
No, you dunce. It means she has control over magnetism.
Magnets are cool too.
Wait, where are you going?
Yeah, we gotta tell them what happened.
We could. Or perhaps we could just keep it our little secret.
Magnets are cool too.
Holy crap, Jean?
Don't ever mess with my team, my friends, ever again. Got it?
And Cardin pretty much is never important ever again. That is the end.
No Cardin tonight? I thought you two were best buds.
Pyrrha, I'm sorry. I was a jerk.
It's kind of wild that this
You were
late
only
in
trying to be
Volume 1
nice
is when
and-
we finally learned.
I had all
Pyrrha's
this
semblance.
stupid macho stuff in my head.
John,
But they've always
It's
liked to keep us
okay.
guessing what each character's semblance is.
your team really misses their leader, you know. You should come down. Ren made pancakes. No syrup, though. You can thank Nora for that.
Wait,
Pancakes without
I
syrup,
know
man.
I don't deserve it.
That makes my
I've
mouth
had
dry
enough,
just
but
thinking about it.
Would you still be willing to help me?
I have to drink a whole gallon of
To help
milk.
me become a better fighter?
I miss Pyrrha. I really do.
Hey!
He
Your
felt
stance
like
is all wrong. You need to be wider and lower to the ground. Let's try that again.
And I believe that's it for that episode. Yes, it is. So, yep, we get pretty much a little wrap up on John. Little bit of Arcos there for, for those days. And yeah, Cardin, like we see him in the background. I think you see him fighting a little bit in Volume 3 during the Fall of Beacon, but after that, Cardin is literally non-existent. Like he was a small little antagonist for Jean, just because of who they're both based off of, and yeah, that was it. We don't really see him ever again, really. Alright, next 2 episodes are a little bit longer, so we're going to go right into those starting now. So yeah, this is pretty much what kind of leads into the story that goes into Volume 2. We get some new character introductions, and I'm sure a lot of people were thinking finally it focuses back on Team RWBY. But yeah, let's go. Did you see that off-model Nora there? Oh, the shadow people.
The Vital Festival! Oh, this is absolutely wonderful!
I don't think I've ever seen you smile this much, Weiss. It's kind of weirding me out.
How could you not smile? A festival dedicated to the cultures of the world!
I mean, it's a festival. Who doesn't enjoy
Parades,
festivals?
a tournament. Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking.
You really know how to take a good thing and make it sound boring.
Quiet, you.
Remind me again why we're spending our Friday afternoon visiting the stupid docks.
Oh, they smell like fish. I've heard
Ah, RWBY doesn't like fish, just like you.
Will be arriving by ship today. And as a representative of Beacon, I feel as though it is my solemn duty to welcome them to this fine kingdom.
She wants to spy on them so she'll have the upper hand in the tournament.
You can't prove that.
Spying on the competition. Uh-oh.
What happened here?
Robbery. Second dust shop to be hit this week. This place is turning into a jungle.
That's terrible.
They left all the money again.
Huh?
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lick of sense. Who needs that much dust?
I don't know. An army?
You thinking the, White Fang?
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't get paid enough.
The White Fang.
We don't get paid enough, so let's not do our job.
What's your problem?
Oh, here we go.
I simply don't care for the criminally insane.
The White Fang is hardly a bunch of psychopaths. They're a collection of misguided faunists.
Misguided? They want to wipe humanity off the face of the planet.
So then they're very misguided. Either way, it doesn't explain why they would rob a dust shop in the middle of downtown Vale.
Blake's got a point. Besides, the police never caught that Torchwick guy I ran into a few months ago. Maybe it was him.
That still doesn't change the fact that the White
Oh,
Fang are a bunch
Weiss
of
just
scum.
keeps on
Those
digging that
faunists only
nail
know how
in.
to lie, cheat, and steal.
That's not necessarily true.
Hey, stop that funny!
Oh, here we go. Man, the running animations.
Guys.
You no good stowaway.
Hey, a no good stowaway would have been caught. I'm a great
How
stowaway.
strong is his tail? They can hold him up like that. 'Cause
Hey, get down from there this instant.
I know monkeys do it, but Sun's a lot bigger than a... Though Sun is based off Goku, so... Well, the character that Goku was also based off of. The moment that started a ship war that finally ended this
So,
year.
You wanted to see the competition, and there it goes.
Quick, we have to observe him.
That's one of the funniest Weiss lines like ever. And an introduction to another character. Oh,
Weiss?
Penny.
Salutations.
Hello.
He still wants to make
Are
me
you
cry.
okay?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Do you want to get up?
Yes. My name is Penny. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, Penny. I'm Ruby.
I'm Weiss.
Blake.
Are you sure you didn't hit your head? Oh, I'm Yang.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You already said that. So I did. Well, sorry for running into you. Take care, friend.
Oh, and that's what starts it all.
She was weird.
Now, where did that faunus riffraff run off to? What did you call me?
Oh, I'm really sorry. I definitely didn't think you heard me.
Why, it's just like you were just back.
Not you. You.
Me?
Sounds so threatening at first.
But you called me friend. Am I really your friend?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Oh, the classic anime fall over.
Sensational. We can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys.
Oh, is this what it was like when you met me?
No, she seems far more coordinated.
So, what are you doing in Vale?
I'm here to fight in the tournament.
Wait, you're fighting in the tournament?
I'm combat ready.
Oh, and
Forgive me, but
all these catchphrases that became very famous.
It's a combat skirt.
yeah. Wait a minute. If you're here for the tournament, does that mean you know that monkey-tailed rapscallion?
Rapscallion.
The filthy faunus from the boat.
Why do you keep saying that? Huh? Stop calling him a rapscallion. Stop calling him a degenerate. He's a person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, here we
Would you
go.
like me to stop referring to the trash can as a trash can? Or this lamppost as a lamppost?
Stop it!
Stop what? He clearly broke the law. Give him time. He'll probably join up with those other faunus in the White Fang.
Ugh, you ignorant little brat!
How dare you talk to
That's a
me
pretty
like that?
sassy walk animation. I gotta say.
You're a judgmental little girl.
What in the world makes you say that?
The mere fact
I
that
think
you would
we should
sort that
probably
honest boy with
go.
the terrorist group?
Where are we
solely
going?
based on his species makes you just as much of a scoundrel as you believe him to be.
So you admit it. The White Fang is just a radical group of terrorists.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I don't understand why this
And
is
it
causing
literally
such a
went all the way
problem.
to their
That
dorm.
is the problem.
You realize you're defending an organization that hates humanity, don't you? The faunus of the White Fang are pure evil.
There's no such thing as pure evil. Why do you think they hate humanity so much? It's because of people like Cardin.
It's because Salem
people
doesn't
like
exist
you
yet
that
in this
force the White
show.
Fang to take such drastic measures.
But is
People like me?
Salem
You're
pure evil?
discriminatory.
I'm a victim.
Now that we know her backstory, so that's another
Want
thing to
to
talk
know
about.
Why I despise the White Fang? Why I don't particularly trust
Bisexual
the faunus?
colors.
It's because they've been at war with my family for years. War as an actual bloodshed. My grandfather's company has had a target painted across its back for as long as I can remember. And ever since I was a child, I've watched family friends disappear. Board members executed.
Yeah, but why? Your
An
family's
entire
not exactly
bunker full of dust
innocent either.
stolen. And every day, my father would come home furious. And that made for a very difficult childhood.
Weiss,
No! You want to know why I despise the White Fang? It's because they're a bunch of liars, thieves, and murderers.
Well, maybe we were just tired of being pushed around.
And there, it's finally, like, it's so funny looking back at Volume 1. People were wondering if Blake was a faunus.
Wait! Wait! Come back!
And we see her run away. Now, as much as you pay attention to Blake's ears, her ears have changed so much since this first reveal. Like, literally look at them compared to now. But yeah, many were wondering before this episode because you would see her bow move and some were like, are there ears under there or is it the wind?
I knew you would look better without the bow.
So yeah, they've changed a lot.
In color even, but I know back when it looked like this.
They couldn't really animate them like they are now.
No, and the coloration, like you had to distinct from black on black, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in this,
She's been gone all weekend. Blake's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself.
Weiss, come on. She's one of our teammates.
Is she?
And it's
we
your
all heard what
fault.
she said.
Weiss, maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Either way, she's missing, and we need to find her.
A member of the White Fang, right underneath our noses.
and she just
I
keeps
hope she's
going on and
okay.
on.
So, you want to know more about me?
There we go. So we get the reveal that yes, Blake is a Faunus. Because like I said, there were many times in those earlier episodes where you would get glimpses of her bow moving, and I do remember people were debating: are there ears under there? Is she a Faunus, or is it just the wind? Blah blah blah. So this was the reveal for it. We also get introduced to two side characters that will become very important as the series goes on, with Sun and Penny. Sun being more of a story-driven device for Blake, and Penny being kind of a device for Ruby. So, because at this point, Yang really has no character. She is literally just a bystander to all the events that happened in Volume 1. It wasn't until Volume 2 where they really started developing Yang. And Weiss, we kind of learn of her little plot devices in this episode about how rough her childhood is, but she's painting her family as victims when really we know that's not the full story. And I think Weiss knows that, but she wasn't going to divulge that, because I'm not saying Weiss is trying just to make herself seem right, but it's that whole thing right there. But yeah, we've got one more episode to go, and that is the finale, so let's get to that. All right, the finale of Volume 1, Black and White. Little bit of monochrome there, a little bit of checkmate. But yeah, this is the longest episode in Volume 1 at 16 minutes. But of course, we're going to skip the intro. We will watch, of course, the ending credits and the after credits scene. So let's get to it.
Finally, she speaks. Nearly 2 days and you're giving me nothing but small talk and weird looks. Yeah, like that.
Son.
Yeah,
are you
Sun's never the best at really reading Blake
I don't think there's a
that
Faunus on the
well.
planet who hasn't heard of them. Stupid, holier-than-thou creeps that use force to get whatever they want. Bunch of freaks, if you ask me.
I was once a member of the White Fang.
Wait a minute, you were a member of the White Fang?
Really, son? You just
That's
wasted
right.
good tea.
I was a member for most of my life, actually. You could almost say I was born into it. Back then, things were different. In the ashes of war, the White Fang was meant to be a symbol of peace and unity between humans and the Faunus. Of course, despite being promised equality, the Faunus were subjected to discrimination and hate. Humanity still thought of us as lesser beings, and so the White Fang rose up.
Though they're a bit more.
And I was there. I was at the front of every rally. I took part in every boycott, and I
think it's funny that Blake went back to her childhood hairstyle eventually.
Then, 5 years ago, our leader stepped
I always
down.
look at that
A
maybe
new one
humans
took his
were
place.
jealous
A
of
new
the
leader
Faunus
with a
because
new
they
way of
had
thinking.
traits that
Suddenly,
made them
peaceful
stronger.
protests were being replaced with organized attacks.
That also
we were
could
setting
have been
fire
part of
to
it.
shops that refused to serve us, hijacking cargo from companies that used Faunus labor. And the worst part was, it was working. We were being treated like equals, but not out of respect, out of fear. So I left. I decided I no longer
very
wanted to
boring
use my
looking
skills
tea.
to aid in their violence, and instead I would dedicate my life to becoming a huntress. So here I am, a criminal hiding in plain view, all with the help of a little black bow.
So,
That couldn't be
have
comfortable.
you told your friends any of this?
Blake!
I'd like to think she would have told Ruby and Yang, but I think she was scared of Weiss finding out.
You know who might be able to help? The police.
Because of that.
It was just an idea. Yeah, bad one.
Weiss, I think we should hear her side of the story before we jump to any conclusions.
I think when we hear it, you'll all realize I was right. And I think Weiss's hair looks wonderful today. Penny, where did you come from? Hey guys, what are you up to?
We're looking for our friend Blake.
Oh, you mean the Faunus girl. Wait, how did you know that? The cat ears?
What cat ears? She wears a bow.
Oh. Yeah.
She does like tuna a lot. So, we're years?
She does like tuna a lot.
She's been missing since Friday.
That's terrible. Well, don't you worry, Ruby, my friend. I won't rest until we
I will
find
say,
your teammate.
Volume 1
That's really
Ruby's
nice of you.
expressions are pretty funny.
We're okay. Really. Right, guys?
Wow.
It sure is windy today.
And where would a tumbleweed come from?
What's
In
the
a...
plan now?
I still don't believe the White Fang is behind these robberies. They've never needed that much dust before.
What if they did? I mean, the only way to prove that they didn't do it is to go to the place where they would most likely go to if they were to do it and not find them there.
That
right?
really sounds like
The
he's
only
just
thing
putting
is,
that
I have
together
no
right as
idea
he's
where that
saying
would
it.
Well, while I was on the ship, I heard some guys talking about offloading a huge shipment of dust coming in from Atlas.
How huge?
Huge. Big Shinny Company freighter.
You're sure?
Thanks anyways. This is hopeless. You really don't care if we find her, do you?
Don't be stupid. Of course I do. I'm just afraid of what she'll say when we find her. The innocent never run, Yang.
It's not that black and
Blake
white.
is your friend.
Yes,
Episode
Penny.
title.
But you're mad at her?
Yes. Well, I'm not. Weiss is.
Is she friends with Blake?
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now.
But why?
Well, you see, Blake might not be who we thought she was.
Is she a man?
No, Penny. I don't know what she is. She didn't exactly talk to us before she decided to run off.
I don't have a lot of friends. But if I did, I would want them to talk to me about things.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, when you got really good close friends that you trust, that usually happens.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. They've offloaded all the crates from the boat. Now they're just sitting there.
Cool. I stole you some food.
Do you always break the law without a second thought?
Hey, weren't you in a cult or something? Okay, too soon.
Yeah, see, that wasn't the best thing to say at that moment.
Oh no.
Is that them?
Yes. It's them.
All right, grab the tow cables.
You really didn't think they were behind it, did you?
No. I think deep down I knew. I just didn't want to be right.
Hey, what's the holdup?
We're not exactly
Good
the most
old Roman
inconspicuous bunch of
Torchwick.
thieves at the moment, so why don't you animals try to pick up the pace?
This isn't right.
Wow, you
The
really
White
had
Fang
to
would
use that
never
word,
work with a
didn't you?
human, especially not one like that.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, you idiot! This isn't a leash? What the? Oh, for
Nobody move!
What was he gonna say?
Oh, take it easy there, little lady.
Brothers of the White Fang, why are you aiding this scum?
Oh, kid, didn't you get the memo?
What are you talking about?
The White Fang
Yeah,
and I are
here's her
going in
son-
on a joint
like-
business venture together.
Tell me what it is, or I'll
But then
put an end
again,
to your
like,
little
her
operation.
hair in the newer animation is no longer
I wouldn't
that
exactly
jet
call it a
black,
little
so
operation.
it makes them... It's a very effective weapon.
No.
Just to be a cane. Oh, we get some action in this episode. Yeah, to be a cane gun, it has one. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Here we get to see Sun's weapon, which is still to this day one of the coolest weapons in the show.
You are not the brightest banana in the bunch, are you, kid?
Definitely based off the power pole. Well, the pole that Sun Wukong used that became the power pole. The gunchucks.
The way they separate the chains reminds me
Yeah.
of Fang's weapon too. Separates them.
Yeah, but I mean, it also still shows how skilled Torchwick is if he could block all of that, because there's a
Hello,
lot
Red.
going on there.
Isn't it past your bedtime?
Ruby, are these people your friends? Penny, get back!
Ruby, never take your eyes off your enemy. Oh, that made Penny mad.
Wait, stop! Don't worry, Ruby. I'm combat ready.
And here's where it was officially confirmed that yes, Penny is... I don't really want to say a robot, like, more like a... Android really doesn't fit, because androids are technically organic as well. Organic / machine. I don't know. I don't want to simply call her a robot. Based off Pinocchio. One of the coolest attacks as well. Like, it's literally... That's like Dragon Ball Z level attack.
Whoa, how is she doing that?
I've got no strings to hold me down.
Things just keep getting weirder.
Look, Weiss, it's
Nice of you two to show up.
thing. You see, she doesn't actually wear a bow. She has kitty ears, and they're actually kind of cute.
Weiss, I want you to know that I'm no longer associated with the White Fang. Back when I was with...
Stop. Do you have any idea of how long we've been searching for you? 12 hours. That means I've had 12 hours to think about this. And in that 12 hours, I've decided... I don't care.
You don't care?
You said you're not one of them anymore, right?
No, I haven't been since I was younger.
I don't want to hear it. All I want to know is that the next time something this big comes up, you'll come to your teammates and not someone else.
Of course.
Yeah, Team Ruby is back together! I'm still not quite sure how I feel about you. Hey, wait a minute. Where's Penny?
Another...
You should know better than to go running around in a strange
Another...
I know, sir.
Pretty popular ship of
Your time will come.
they call it Sunflakes. Ah! A message from Crow, who we still haven't seen at this point yet. I even look at the moon. It's so different. And there we go. The ending of Volume 1. So the Queen has pawns. At that time, we didn't know who the Queen was. Which, you know, is Salem. But at that time, you know, we all figured, especially after the credits scene, that the main villains were going to be characters like Torchwick and the character that shows up at the end of the credits. We didn't know at this time that there was a larger evil that was really behind all of this. But it's weird seeing that message come up and say it says Crow, but no picture, because we don't see Crow until Volume 3. And we did not know at that particular moment that that is Ruby and Yang's uncle that he was getting that message from. But, and of course, the song playing is Wings, which is a Blake song. One of my favorite Blake songs. And, ever since then, Blake hasn't gotten as many songs as the other members. But, she got a couple she got a really good one in Volume 7. And then, there was Treasure in Volume 8, which was, many believe is Blake's answer to All That Matters, because it plays during the reunion. And then, of course, Worthy in Volume 9, which is both a Blake and a Yang song. But, yeah, it's wild going back to where it all began. And RWBY, the part two of the RWBY and Justice League movie just came out physically. It's been out digitally since the 17th, but it came out physically on Halloween, and just seeing how things have changed since then. All the way back in 2013, 10 years ago. Okay, here we go. After credits scene. You kind of got thwarted a little bit again.
Whoa! Wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
We were expecting more.
And there's Cinder.
Hey, you were the ones who suggested working with those stupid mutts from the White Fang.
And you will continue to do so. We have big plans for you, Rogue.
And look at those models of Mercury and
A
Emerald.
little cooperation.
So there we go. So even though we saw her in Chapter 1, that's the actual real introduction of Cinder, and you can tell they didn't have models ready for Mercury and Emerald, so they're literally just poster boards standing in the background. So yeah, so at this point in time, we're led to believe that Cinder, this group right here, is the main villains of the show. But as Crow said, the Queen has pawns. They are just pawns. They are just henchmen. But of course, as the show goes on, we learn that Cinder actually has alternative motives that does not align with Salem's. She's actually doing a lot of scheming and work behind Salem's back. Does Salem know? I would like to think she does, but we won't know until we get back into that plot line in Volume 10, if we see any of Salem and them in Volume 10. But yeah, for Retro RWBY, Volume 1 is finally finished. We promise we will start Volume 2 as soon as we can. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And yeah, this is our first episode of Retro RWBY in a year. It was a year when we did our last episode, so we will be picking these up regularly. Hopefully, this will be some RWBY content for you all until we hopefully get some news soon on Volume 10. But as always, guys, this is Kanan.
This is Jessie.
We love y'all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.